What if paradise was not just a dream, but a real place you could actually afford to visit, and maybe even live in? A place so beautiful it looks edited, so peaceful it feels unreal, and so natural it reminds you what the world once looked like. Welcome to Palawan, Philippines. Palawan is a long island province located on the western edge of the Philippines, stretching between the South China Sea and the Sulu Sea. It is often called the last ecological frontier of the country, because much of its land and water remains protected and untouched. Unlike busy tourist cities, Palawan feels open, quiet, and deeply connected to nature. Towering limestone cliffs rise straight out of emerald-colored water, creating one of the most dramatic island landscapes in the world. In El Nido, massive rock formations surround hidden lagoons, accessible only by boat or kayak. The water here is calm, clear, and impossibly blue, reflecting the sky like glass. Many travelers say El Nido feels less like a destination and more like a discovery. In Coron, the experience shifts beneath the surface. World War II shipwrecks rest on the ocean floor, now transformed into coral-covered dive sites. Even if you do not dive, the views from Coron's hills offer sweeping panoramas of islands and sea. Farther south, Puerto Princesa is home to one of the longest underground rivers on Earth. This natural wonder flows through a massive cave system, where silence and darkness create a sense of awe. Life in Palawan moves slower than in most parts of the Philippines. Mornings begin early, often with fishermen heading out as the sun rises. People here are known for their warmth, welcoming visitors with genuine smiles rather than sales pitches. Tagalog and English are widely spoken, making communication easy for international travelers. Community, family, and respect for nature shape daily life. Food in Palawan is simple, fresh, and satisfying. Seafood is a daily staple, often caught the same morning it is served. Grilled fish, shrimp, and squid are paired with garlic rice, fresh vegetables, and dipping sauces. Coconut milk is used in many local dishes, adding richness without heaviness. A full local meal often costs less than $5. And yes, mangoes here truly taste sweeter. One of Palawan's biggest surprises is how affordable it can be. Daily food expenses typically range between $10 and $15. Local transportation costs only a few dollars per day, especially if you use tricycles or shared vans. Island hopping tours usually cost between $20 and $30, including lunch and equipment. Budget accommodations start around $15 per night, while comfortable hotels average around $40. Palawan is ideal for nature lovers, adventurers, couples, and slow travelers. It is perfect for people who value scenery over nightlife. Those seeking peace, beauty, and balance often find it difficult to leave. The best time to visit Palawan is between November and May, during the dry season. Booking tours in advance is recommended during peak months. Respecting the environment is essential, as conservation laws are taken seriously. Palawan is not just a place you visit, it is a place that stays with you long after you leave. This is only the beginning of our journey through the Philippines. In the next episode, we explore Cebu. Subscribe to the channel, and let's continue discovering the Philippines together. What if one place could show you the past, the present, and the future of the Philippines, all at once? A place where history meets beaches, mountains meet cities, and tradition blends with modern life. Welcome to Cebu. Cebu is a central province in the Philippines, located in the heart of the Visayas region. It is one of the country's oldest and most important destinations, often called the birthplace of Philippine history. At the same time, Cebu is modern, fast-growing, and deeply connected to global travel. Cebu City is where Spanish explorers first established a permanent settlement in the Philippines. Magellan's Cross still stands today, marking the arrival of Christianity in the country. Nearby, historic churches and colonial-era streets tell stories hundreds of years old. Yet just outside the city, a completely different world begins. Cebu Island stretches long and narrow, with mountains running down its spine. These mountains give way to waterfalls, hidden trails, and jungle landscapes. Kawasan Falls is one of Cebu's most famous natural attractions, known for its turquoise water and layered cascades. Canyoneering here is a thrilling experience, combining hiking, swimming, and cliff jumps. Along the southern coast, Oslab offers a rare chance to see whale sharks up close. Clear waters and coral reefs make snorkeling and diving popular throughout the island. Cebu is surrounded by dozens of smaller islands, each with its own personality. White sand beaches, calm waters, and colorful boats define island life here. Day trips to nearby islands are easy and affordable. Sunsets in Cebu often feel slow and cinematic, as boats drift quietly across the horizon. Cebuanos are known for being friendly, hardworking, and proud of their heritage. Cebuano, also called Bisaya, is the main local language, though English is widely spoken. Family and community play a central role in daily life. Festivals, especially the Sinulog Festival, bring the streets to life with music and dance. Cebu is famous across the Philippines for one dish above all others. Lechon, or roasted pig, is considered the best in the country here. The skin is crispy, the meat is flavorful, and it is often eaten without sauce. Street food, fresh seafood, and local markets make eating both fun and affordable. A satisfying local meal often costs only a few dollars. Cebu offers a balance between city convenience and island affordability. Daily food expenses typically range between $10 and $15. Public transportation and ride services are inexpensive and widely available. Accommodation options range from budget hostels to modern high-rise condos. Comfortable stays often cost between $30 and $50 per night. Cebu is ideal for travelers who want variety. It suits digital nomads, first-time visitors, and long-term expats. If you want beaches, history, and modern comforts in one place, Cebu delivers. The best time to visit Cebu is between December and May. Traffic in the city can be heavy, so planning travel times is important. Exploring beyond the city reveals the island's true beauty. Cebu shows how the Philippines connects its past and present, and it reminds visitors why this country is so diverse. In the next episode, we travel to Bohol. Subscribe to the channel, and let's continue discovering the Philippines together.
What if nature decided to create something so strange, so beautiful, that it feels almost impossible? A place where the land itself looks designed, not formed. Welcome to Bohol, Philippines. Bohol is an island province located in the central Visayas region of the Philippines. It sits just southeast of Cebu, yet feels quieter, greener, and more relaxed. Bohol is known for its balance of natural wonders, rural life, and peaceful island living. Bohol's most famous landmark is the Chocolate Hills. More than 1,000 perfectly shaped hills rise gently from the landscape. During the dry season, the grass turns brown, giving the hills their chocolate-like appearance. No one knows exactly how they were formed, adding mystery to their beauty. Viewing decks offer sweeping panoramas that feel calm and surreal. Bohol is also home to one of the world's smallest primates. The Philippine tarsier fits easily in the palm of your hand. With large eyes and gentle movements, they are quiet, delicate, and protected. Sanctuaries focus on conservation and respectful observation. The Lobak River winds slowly through the heart of Bohol. River cruises glide past palm trees, villages, and jungle-lined banks. Soft music, local food, and cool breezes define the experience. Beyond the river, Bohol's countryside is filled with rice fields, small farms, and quiet roads. While Bohol is known for its inland beauty, its coastline is equally impressive. Panglao Island offers white sand beaches and calm turquoise waters. The beaches here are clean, peaceful, and ideal for swimming. Sunsets in Panglao are slow and golden, often enjoyed in silence. Boholanos are known for their kindness and gentle nature. Life here moves at a relaxed pace, centered around family and community. English is widely spoken, making communication easy for visitors. Respect, politeness, and hospitality shape daily interactions. Food in Bohol is simple and comforting. Fresh seafood, grilled meats, and rice-based meals are common. Local desserts often feature coconut and rice. A satisfying local meal usually costs only a few dollars. Bohol is one of the more affordable destinations in the Philippines. Daily food costs average between $8 and $12. Transportation is inexpensive, especially with motorbikes and tricycles. Comfortable accommodations typically range from $25 to $40 per night. Bohol is perfect for slow travelers, nature lovers, and couples. It suits those who value peace over nightlife. Many visitors come for a few days and wish they had stayed longer. The best time to visit Bohol is during the dry season from December to May. Renting a motorbike makes exploring easier and more flexible. Supporting eco-friendly tours helps preserve the island. Bohol feels gentle, balanced, and deeply calming. It reminds visitors that beauty does not need to be loud. In the next episode, we travel to Siargao. Subscribe to the channel, and let's continue discovering the Philippines together. What if an island existed where time felt slower, life felt lighter, and stress quietly disappeared? A place built around rhythm, waves, and the simple joy of being present. Welcome to Siargao, Philippines. Siargao is a teardrop-shaped island located in the eastern part of the Philippines, facing the Pacific Ocean. It is part of the province of Surigao del Norte, known for strong waves and raw natural beauty. Though once a hidden surf spot, Siargao has grown into a global destination while keeping its relaxed island soul. Siargao is known as the surfing capital of the Philippines. Cloud9 is the island's most famous surf break, drawing surfers from around the world. The wooden boardwalk stretches out over the reef, offering dramatic views even for non-surfers. Beginners find gentle waves nearby, while experienced surfers chase powerful swells offshore. Surf culture here is welcoming, not competitive. Beyond surfing, Siargao is filled with natural escapes. Sugba Lagoon feels like a hidden paradise, surrounded by limestone hills and calm jade water. Floating platforms, diving boards, and quiet moments define the experience. Island hopping reveals white sand islets and shallow turquoise seas. Magpupunco rock pools appear at low tide, creating natural swimming pools carved by the ocean. Life on Siargao moves slowly and intentionally. Motorbikes line palm tree roads with no rush and no pressure. Days are shaped by tides, sunrise, and sunset. Evenings are calm, often filled with conversation, music, and stars. The people of Siargao are relaxed, friendly, and deeply connected to the island. English is widely spoken, making the island easy for international visitors. Community, simplicity, and respect define daily interactions. Many travelers arrive for a week and stay for months. Siargao's food scene blends local flavors with global influence. Fresh seafood, smoothie bowls, and grilled dishes are everywhere. Cafes cater to surfers and digital nomads, offering healthy meals and good coffee. Local eateries serve filling meals for just a few dollars. Despite its popularity, Siargao remains affordable. Daily food costs usually range between $10 and $15. Motorbike rentals cost only a few dollars per day. Island tours and lagoon trips are reasonably priced. Comfortable accommodations range from $25 to $50 per night. Siargao is ideal for surfers, creatives, and digital nomads. It is perfect for those seeking balance, nature, and community. If you want luxury nightlife, this may not be the place. But if you want freedom, Siargao delivers. The best surf season runs from August to November. Dry months between March and October are ideal for exploring. Respecting local culture and nature is essential on the island. Siargao is not just a destination, it is a feeling, a rhythm, and a way of life. In the next episode, we explore Davao City. Subscribe to the channel, and let's continue discovering the Philippines together.
Some cities rush you, others invite you to slow down, to breathe, to observe, and to feel at ease. Davao City is one of those places. Davao City is located in the southern part of the Philippines on the island of Mindanao. It is one of the largest cities in the country by land area, yet it rarely feels overwhelming. Surrounded by mountains, coastlines, and fertile land, Davao feels balanced and grounded. Life in Davao moves at a comfortable pace. Streets are orderly, public spaces are clean, rules are respected. Many visitors notice something immediately. They feel safe. Just outside the city rises Mount Apo, the tallest mountain in the Philippines. Its presence shapes the climate, the culture, and the identity of the region. Forests, farms, and open landscapes surround the city. Nature here is not far away. It is part of everyday life. A short boat ride away lies Samal Island. White sand beaches, calm waters, and quiet resorts offer peaceful escapes from the city. Davao is home to a diverse mix of cultures. Christian, Muslim, and indigenous communities live side by side. Respect and coexistence are deeply valued. People are polite, soft-spoken, and welcoming. English is widely spoken, making communication easy and comfortable. Food in Davao is fresh, simple, and flavorful. The city is famous for its fruit. Mangoes, pomelos, and bananas are abundant. And then there is durian. Strong in smell, rich in taste, and loved by locals. Seafood, grilled meats, and local dishes are affordable and filling. Davao City offers one of the best cost-of-living balances in the Philippines. Daily food expenses often range between $10 and $14. Transportation is efficient and inexpensive. Markets, malls, and services are easily accessible. Comfortable apartments and hotels typically range from $30 to $50 per night. Davao is not a party city. It is a city for living, for routines, for balance, for peace of mind. Many retirees, families, and long-term expats choose Davao for its stability. Davao City is ideal for those who value safety, structure, and calm living. It suits travelers who enjoy nature, local culture, and everyday comfort. If you are seeking loud nightlife, this may not be your place. But if you are seeking peace, it may surprise you. The weather in Davao is relatively stable year-round. Light rain can occur, but typhoons are rare. Respect local laws and customs as they are taken seriously. Davao City does not try to impress you. It earns your trust quietly, and sometimes that is exactly what a place should do. In the next episode, we travel north to Baguio City. Subscribe to the channel and let's continue discovering the Philippines, slowly and thoughtfully. Some places feel warm, others feel cool. Not just in temperature, but in the way they slow you down. Baguio City is one of those places. Baguio City sits high in the mountains of northern Luzon, surrounded by pine trees and rolling hills. Because of its elevation, the air here feels cooler, lighter, and calmer than most cities in the Philippines. For generations, people have come to Baguio to rest, to breathe, and to escape the heat. Mornings in Baguio often begin with fog. Clouds drift slowly through the streets, softening the sound of traffic and voices. The city feels quiet. Even when it is awake, life here does not rush you. Tall pine trees line the roads, filling the air with a clean, earthy scent. Gardens, parks, and mountain views are woven into daily life. Burnham Park sits at the heart of the city, offering open space, calm water, and slow walks. People gather here to sit, to think, or simply to watch the day pass. At Mines View Park, the land opens into wide valleys and distant mountains. The view reminds you how small and how peaceful life can feel. Baguio is deeply connected to the cultures of the Cordillera region. Indigenous traditions, art, and craftsmanship remain strong. Local markets display woven fabrics, wood carvings, and handmade goods. People here are polite, gentle, and quietly proud of their heritage. English is widely spoken. Making conversation easy and welcoming. Food in Baguio reflects the climate. Warm meals, soups, and fresh vegetables are common. Strawberries are a local favorite, grown in nearby mountain farms. Small cafes serve hot coffee and bread, perfect for cool afternoons. Eating here feels comforting. Comfortable accommodations typically range from $30 to $50 per night. Baguio offers a moderate and manageable cost of living. Daily food expenses usually range between $10 and $15. Transportation within the city is affordable and accessible. Markets, shops, and essentials are close together. Shops and essentials are close together. Comfortable accommodations typically range from $30 to $50 per night. Baguio is not flashy. It does not try to impress with noise or speed. It offers calm routines, cool evenings, and quiet mornings. Many students, artists, and retirees find comfort here. Baguio City is ideal for those who enjoy cool weather, slow days, and reflective moments. It suits travelers who appreciate culture, nature, and simplicity. If you need excitement, this may not be your place. But if you need calm, it may feel like home. The best time to visit Baguio is during the dry months, from November to May. Evenings can be cold, so light jackets are recommended. Weekends can be busy, but weekdays remain peaceful. Baguio City does not overwhelm you. It cools you, it quiets you, and it gives you space to breathe. In the next episode, we travel back in time to Vigan. Subscribe to the channel, and let's continue discovering the Philippines, one calm place at a time.
Some cities are built to move forward, others are built to remember. Vigan is a city that remembers. It remembers history, culture, and a way of life that has quietly survived for centuries. Vigan is located in the northern Philippines, in the province of Ilocos Sur. It is one of the oldest towns in the country and one of the best-preserved Spanish colonial cities in all of Asia. Because of this, Vigan has been recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Vigan was established in the 16th century during Spanish colonization. Unlike many other colonial cities, Vigan avoided large-scale destruction during World War II. Because of this, its original layout, architecture, and streets remain largely intact today. This makes Vigan extremely rare in Southeast Asia. The most famous street in Vigan is Calle Crisologo. This cobblestone road is lined with ancestral houses built from stone, wood, and clay tiles. These homes once belonged to wealthy Filipino and Spanish families. Today, many have been preserved as museums, boutique hotels, and cafes. Walking down Calle Crisologo feels like stepping into another century. Horse-drawn carriages, called calesas, still travel the street, adding to the historic atmosphere. Vigan's architecture is a blend of cultures. Spanish colonial design is mixed with Chinese and Filipino influences. Thick stone walls were built to withstand heat and storms. Large wooden windows allowed air to flow through the homes. Every design choice served both beauty and function. Beyond Calle Crisologo, Vigan offers several key attractions. St. Paul Metropolitan Cathedral stands near the town plaza. This historic church dates back to the late 1700s and remains an important religious site. Plaza Salcedo comes alive at night with a dancing fountain show set to music and lights. Museo Crisologo offers insight into political history and the lives of influential Ilocano families. Just outside the city, Baluarte Zoo provides panoramic views and free access to animals and gardens. Vigan is also famous for its food. One of the most well-known dishes is bagnet, crispy deep-fried pork belly. It is often served with vegetables and dipping sauces. Vigan empanadas are another local favorite, filled with egg, vegetables and meat, then fried until golden. Longanisa, a garlicky local sausage, is commonly eaten for breakfast. Many travelers say the food alone is worth the trip to Vigan. Restaurants in Vigan range from street stalls to heritage dining rooms. Eating here is relaxed and unhurried. Meals are meant to be enjoyed slowly, often shared with others. The people of Vigan are known for being polite, reserved, and respectful. Ilocano culture values hard work, simplicity, and tradition. English is widely spoken, making communication easy for visitors. Hospitality feels natural, not forced or commercial. Visiting Vigan feels different from most destinations. There is no rush, no pressure, no noise. Days are spent walking, observing, and appreciating details. Evenings are calm, with warm lights reflecting off stone streets.
Some cities impress you immediately. Others earn your appreciation slowly, through comfort, balance, and everyday life. Iloilo City is a place that grows on you, quietly, naturally, honestly. This is Iloilo City, Philippines. Iloilo City is located in the western Visayas region, on the island of Panay. It is often described as one of the most livable cities in the Philippines, not because it is loud or flashy, but because it works. Life here feels organized, comfortable, and human-sized. Iloilo played an important role during the Spanish colonial era. It was once one of the wealthiest cities outside Manila. Many of the grand old buildings that remain today were built during this period of prosperity. Walking through parts of the city, you can still feel that history. One of the most famous historical sites near Iloilo is Miagao Church. This UNESCO World Heritage Church was built in the late 1700s. Its massive stone walls were designed to protect against pirates and invasions. The detailed carvings on its facade blend European and Filipino influences. Within the city, heritage buildings and old mansions reflect Iloilo's cultural depth. One of Iloilo's most loved features is the Iloilo River Esplanade. This long riverside walkway has transformed how people experience the city. Families walk here in the evenings. Couples sit quietly by the river. Joggers move at an easy pace. It is clean, safe, and beautifully maintained. The Esplanade shows what thoughtful urban planning can do. The people of Iloilo are known for being polite and soft-spoken. Respect and courtesy are part of daily interaction. The local language is Hiligaynon, often described as gentle and melodic. English is widely spoken, making communication easy for visitors. Hospitality here feels sincere, not rushed or transactional. Iloilo is often called the food capital of the Philippines. One of its most famous dishes is lapaz bachoy. This rich noodle soup, made with pork, broth, and garlic, is a local comfort food. Seafood is abundant and fresh, thanks to the nearby coastline. Grilled fish, shellfish, and local stews are common. Street food is affordable, flavorful, and easy to find. Eating in Iloilo is surprisingly inexpensive. A full local meal often costs between $3 and $6. Even dining in comfortable restaurants rarely feels expensive. Food here encourages lingering, not rushing. Iloilo offers a wide range of places to stay. Budget hotels and guest houses can cost as little as $20 per night. Comfortable mid-range hotels typically range from $30 to $50. Many accommodations are centrally located, making the city easy to explore. Overall, Iloilo has a low cost of living. Transportation is inexpensive and accessible. Markets, malls, and daily necessities are close together. Life here feels manageable, not overwhelming. Visiting Iloilo feels calm and grounding. There is no pressure to rush. Days unfold naturally, with time for walking, eating, and observing. It is a city that invites you to stay longer than planned. Iloilo is not about spectacle. It is about quality of life. It offers history, culture, good food, and comfort in one place. Few cities balance these elements so well. Iloilo City does not ask for attention. It earns appreciation slowly, and once you understand it, it is difficult to forget. In the next episode, we continue exploring the Philippines. Subscribe to the channel, and let's keep traveling, one meaningful place at a time. Some places leave an impression the moment you arrive. Others reveal their power slowly, through landscape, flavor, and history. The Bicol region is both. This is one of the most dramatic and deeply rooted regions of the Philippines. The Bicol region is located in southeastern Luzon, facing the Pacific Ocean. It is a land shaped by volcanoes, typhoons, and tradition. Life here has always required resilience, and it shows in the culture. Bicol has long been a crossroads of trade, faith, and survival. Spanish influence remains strong, especially through centuries-old churches. Catholic devotion plays a major role in daily life. Festivals, processions, and community gatherings reflect this deep connection. At the heart of Bicol stands Mayon Volcano. Known for its near-perfect cone, Mayon is considered one of the most beautiful volcanoes in the world. It dominates the skyline of Albay province, visible from nearly every direction. Though active, it is deeply respected by locals. Mayon represents both beauty and danger, creation and destruction. Near Mayon lie the Cagsawa ruins. These remains tell the story of a church buried by a volcanic eruption in the 1800s. Today, the ruins stand as a reminder of nature's power and human perseverance. Visitors often describe the site as quiet, humbling, and unforgettable. Beyond volcanoes, Bicol is rich in natural beauty. Coastlines stretch along the Pacific, offering beaches, fishing villages, and open horizons. In Donsol, visitors can experience whale shark interactions in a controlled and ethical environment. This gentle encounter has become one of Bicol's most meaningful attractions. Bicolanos are known for their warmth, strength, and hospitality. Life here moves with purpose, but never without kindness. English is widely spoken, making travel comfortable for visitors. Respect for family and community is deeply ingrained. Bicol is famous throughout the Philippines for its cuisine. Bicol Express is the region's most iconic dish. Made with pork, coconut milk, and chili peppers, it is rich, creamy, and spicy. Spice here is not just heat, it is identity. Seafood, coconut-based dishes, and local vegetables dominate the table. Meals are bold, satisfying, and memorable. Eating in Bicol is very affordable. Local meals often cost between $3 and $6. Even well-known restaurants remain budget-friendly. Bicol offers a wide range of places to stay. Guest houses and budget hotels can start as low as $20 per night. Comfortable mid-range hotels typically range from $30 to $50. Many accommodations offer views of Mayon Volcano, especially in Legazpi City. Overall, the cost of living in Bicol is low. Transportation is inexpensive and accessible. Daily expenses remain manageable for most travelers. Visiting Bicol feels grounding. Nature is always present. Faith, flavor, and family shape each day. This is not a place you rush through. It is a place you feel. Bicol offers something rare: natural power, cultural depth, bold flavor. Few regions combine these elements so completely. It leaves visitors changed, not just impressed. The Bicol region does not try to be gentle. It is honest, strong, beautiful, unforgettable. In the next episode, we continue our journey through the Philippines. Subscribe to the channel, and let's keep discovering places that truly matter.
Some cities feel familiar the moment you arrive. Others feel completely different, as if you have crossed into another world. Zamboanga City is one of those places. Distinct, cultural, unforgettable. This is Zamboanga City, Philippines. Zamboanga City is located at the southwestern tip of Mindanao, facing the Sulu Sea and nearby islands. It is often called the City of Flowers, but its identity runs much deeper than a nickname. Ang Sal Mindir and Batir Manabanar Strefremand. Zamboanga blends Southeast Asian, Spanish, Islamic, and indigenous influences into something entirely its own. Zamboanga's history is shaped by trade, defense, and cultural exchange. For centuries it served as a strategic port and military outpost. Spanish influence remains visible today, especially in language and architecture. Many locals still speak Chavacano, a Spanish-based Creole language found almost nowhere else in the world. One of Zamboanga's most important landmarks is Fort Pilar. Originally built in the 1600s, the fort once protected the city from invasion. Today, it stands as both a historical monument and a place of worship. Visitors often describe Fort Pilar as peaceful, humbling, and deeply symbolic. Along the waterfront lies Paseo del Mar. This open public space is where the city comes together. Families gather in the evenings, food stalls open, the sea breeze cools the air. It is one of the best places to experience everyday life in Zamboanga. Just offshore is one of Zamboanga's most famous attractions. Great Santa Cruz Island is known for its rare pink sand beach. The color comes from crushed red coral mixed naturally with white sand. Clear water, quiet shores, and guided tours make the island both beautiful and protected. Zamboanga is culturally diverse and deeply rooted. Christian and Muslim communities have lived side by side for generations. Respect, tradition, and hospitality shape daily life. English is widely spoken, making travel comfortable for visitors. Zamboanga's food reflects its diversity. Seafood is central to local cuisine, often grilled or stewed with spices. Dishes influenced by Spanish and Malay cooking are common. Fresh fish, crabs, and shellfish are widely available and affordable. Local markets offer vibrant displays of ingredients and flavors. Eating in Zamboanga is budget-friendly. A full local meal often costs between $3 and $6. Seafood restaurants remain accessible, even for travelers on modest budgets. Zamboanga offers a range of places to stay. Budget hotels and inns can start around $20 per night. Comfortable mid-range hotels typically range from $30 to $50. Many are located near the city center or along the waterfront. Overall, Zamboanga has a low cost of living. Transportation is inexpensive and easy to arrange. Daily expenses remain manageable, even for longer stays. Visiting Zamboanga feels different from most Philippine destinations. The culture feels layered, the history feels present, the pace feels grounded. This is not a place built for rush or spectacle. It is a place built on identity. Zamboanga offers something rare, a living blend of cultures, a strong sense of place, and an experience that feels authentic and human. Few cities in the Philippines feel this distinct. Zamboanga City does not try to impress, it invites you to understand, and if you take the time, it leaves a lasting mark. This concludes our first season exploring the Philippines. Subscribe to the channel and join us as we continue discovering places that matter.
Many people arrive in Sagada planning to stay a few days. They come for the mountains, the cool air, and the quiet. But some people leave with a different question. What would life feel like if it always moved this slowly? This is Sagada, Philippines. Sagada is a small mountain town located in the Cordillera region of northern Luzon. It sits high above sea level, surrounded by pine forests, terraced hills, and deep valleys. The cooler climate alone is enough to make many visitors pause. Life here feels physically lighter and mentally quieter. Sagada is deeply connected to indigenous culture. For generations, the Igorot people have lived in these mountains, shaping traditions that still guide daily life. One of the most well-known customs is the hanging coffins found in nearby cliffs. These coffins reflect a belief that death is part of nature, not separate from it. This perspective influences how life is lived here, with respect, balance, and patience. Echo Valley is one of Sagada's most visited areas. A quiet walking trail leads past limestone cliffs, trees, and open spaces. There are no crowds rushing through. Most people walk slowly, talk quietly, or simply observe. Beyond the trails, Sagada itself is small and walkable. Local streets, cafes, and markets feel familiar within days. People in Sagada are reserved, but deeply kind. Conversation is calm. Interaction is respectful. English is widely spoken, which makes daily life easy for visitors. There is little pressure to impress. Community matters more than appearance. Food in Sagada is simple and grounding. Many meals are home-style, served warm and unhurried. Local cafes are known for mountain coffee, often grown nearby. Vegetables, rice, and comfort dishes are common. Meals here feel routine, not indulgent, not rushed. Eating in Sagada is affordable. A typical local meal often costs between $3 and $6. Coffee and light meals remain inexpensive, even at popular cafes. Daily living costs in Sagada are low. Transport within town is minimal, since most places are walkable. On a weekly basis, many long-stay visitors spend between $200 and $300. Monthly living costs for a simple, comfortable lifestyle often fall between $800 and $1,200. Local markets offer affordable staples. Fresh vegetables, rice, eggs, and fruit often cost only a few dollars. Many people find weekly groceries can stay under $20. Sagada offers modest but comfortable places to stay. Guest houses and homestays often range from $15 to $30 per night. For those wanting more comfort, small lodges and boutique inns offer quiet, well-kept rooms. Luxury in Sagada is understated. It means space, silence, views, and warmth, not excess. Sagada works best for people who value quiet, routine, and reflection. It appeals to slow travelers, writers, and long-stay visitors. For digital nomads, Sagada offers calm focus. Internet is generally available, though not designed for heavy workloads. This is a place better suited for deep work, not constant calls. For retirees, Sagada offers mental relief. Cool weather, walkable streets, and a low-pressure lifestyle reduce daily stress. Sagada feels safe and quiet. Crime is rare, and people look out for one another. Transport is simple, mostly walking with local vehicles available when needed. Many people assume Sagada is boring. In reality, it is simply unhurried. It offers fewer distractions, not fewer experiences. Sagada is not a checklist destination. It is a place people come to test a slower rhythm, and sometimes choose to stay longer than planned. For many long-stay visitors, life here lowers mental noise. Days feel predictable. Routines feel grounding. Time feels generous. Sagada offers something rare, a life that asks less and gives more space in return. Sagada does not promise change. It simply offers a different pace, and for the right person, that can be everything. In the next episode, we travel to Camiguin Island. Subscribe, and let's continue exploring places that support slower, healthier ways of living.
Some islands feel like destinations. Others feel like places you could quietly disappear into. Camiguin belongs to the second kind. It is small, contained, and deeply grounding. This is Camiguin Island, Philippines. Camiguin is a small island province located in the northern Mindanao region. It is often called the island born of fire, shaped by volcanoes over centuries. Despite its dramatic origins, life here feels calm and controlled. Everything you need exists within a short drive. Camiguin's history is defined by resilience. Volcanic eruptions once forced entire communities to relocate. Old churches and ruins remain, partially buried by ash and time. Instead of erasing the past, the island lives alongside it. This has shaped a culture that values balance, preparation, and simplicity. White Island is one of Camiguin's most recognizable landmarks. A simple sandbar, visible only at low tide, with nothing but sea and sky. There are no buildings here, just space, light, and silence. Elsewhere on the island, hot and cold springs are part of daily life. Locals visit them not as attractions, but as routine. Life in Camiguin is community-centered. People greet each other by name. Conversations are unhurried. English is widely spoken, making long stays comfortable for visitors. There is little separation between locals and outsiders. Food on Camiguin is practical and fresh. Seafood arrives daily from nearby waters. Vegetables, rice, and home-style dishes dominate meals. Eating out feels casual, not performative. Meals fit naturally into the day. Food costs on Camiguin are low. A local meal often costs between $3 and $5. Even regular cafe meals remain affordable. Daily living costs on Camiguin are minimal. Transportation is simple, often by motorbike or short rides. On a weekly basis, many long-stay visitors spend between $200 and $300. Monthly living costs for a comfortable, simple lifestyle often fall between $800 and $1,200. Local markets offer inexpensive staples. Rice, vegetables, eggs, and fruit are widely available. Many residents spend under $20 per week on groceries. Camiguin offers a range of small accommodations. Guest houses and homestays often cost between $15 and $30 per night. Comfortable beachfront or garden stays offer quiet spaces without excess. Luxury on Camiguin is subtle. It appears as ocean views, privacy, and quiet evenings. Camiguin suits people who want simplicity over stimulation. It attracts long-stay travelers, couples, and those stepping away from busier lives. For digital nomads, Camiguin offers focus. Internet is available, but life here encourages fewer meetings and more intentional work. This is a place for writing, planning, and deep thinking. For retirees, Camiguin offers ease. Low costs, friendly communities, and predictable routines reduce daily stress. Camiguin feels safe and familiar. Crime is rare, and people look out for one another. Getting around is straightforward and rarely stressful. Many people think Camiguin is too quiet. What they often mean is that it lacks distraction. For some, that becomes its greatest strength. Camiguin is not a place to rush through. It is a place people test when considering a slower life. Life here removes constant pressure. Fewer choices, lower costs, more time outdoors. Mental space expands naturally. Camiguin offers containment, a life that feels manageable, predictable, and human. Camiguin does not promise excitement. It offers peace. And for the right person, peace is enough. In the next episode, we travel to Siquijor Island. Subscribe, and let's continue exploring places designed for slower, healthier living. Siquijor is one of the most misunderstood islands in the Philippines. Some people hear stories, others hear silence. Very few understand what life here actually feels like. This is Siquijor Island, Philippines. Siquijor is a small island province in the central Visayas. It is compact, easy to navigate, and surrounded by clear water and quiet coastlines. Life here moves at a different pace, slower, lighter, less demanding. Siquijor has long been associated with folklore and mysticism, but daily life here is grounded, practical, and ordinary. What sets Siquijor apart is not mystery, it is calm. Waterfalls, beaches, and coastal roads are part of daily life. Many places that feel like attractions elsewhere are simply routine here. Quiet roads, open air, minimal noise. People in Siquijor are reserved but welcoming. There is little pressure to perform or impress. Life is based on familiarity, not urgency. Meals in Siquijor are simple and consistent. Grilled fish, rice, vegetables, and home-style cooking dominate. Eating is part of routine, not entertainment. A local meal often costs between $3 and $5. Even casual restaurants remain affordable. Daily living costs are low. Weekly spending often ranges from $200 to $300. Monthly living costs commonly fall between $800 and $1,200. Fresh produce, rice, and staples are inexpensive. Market mornings feel calm and predictable. Guest houses and homestays range from $15 to $30 per night. Comfortable small resorts and cottages offer privacy without excess. Luxury here means space, quiet, and ocean air, not opulence. Siquijor works best for people seeking calm, routine, and simplicity. Internet is available, though the island encourages fewer meetings and deeper focus. Low noise, walkable areas, and predictable days support mental ease. Siquijor feels safe and community-oriented. Getting around is simple and rarely stressful. Many people think Siquijor is strange or isolated. What they often mean is that it lacks distraction. This is not an island for rushing through. It is a place people quietly test when imagining a slower life. Life here reduces noise, external and internal. Days feel spacious. Routines feel grounding. Siquijor offers emotional breathing room. For the right person, that matters more than excitement. Siquijor does not ask to be understood. It simply exists, quietly. And for some people, that is exactly what they are looking for. In the next episode, we continue deeper into slow island living. People don't usually arrive in Batanes by accident. Most who come here are curious about something quieter. Not an attraction, not a checklist, but a different way of living. This is Batanes, Philippines. Batanes is the northernmost province of the Philippines. It is made up of small islands, surrounded by open sea and strong weather. The population is small, and daily life feels contained and familiar. Nothing here is rushed. Batanes is home to the Ivatan people. For generations, they have adapted their lives to powerful winds and storms. Homes were built from stone, with thick walls and low roofs. These weren't built for beauty, but for survival. That practicality still shapes life today. Most days in Batanes feel predictable. Streets are quiet. Traffic is light. People walk, talk, and move at an unhurried pace. You quickly recognize familiar faces. Routine becomes comforting here. The Ivatan culture values honesty and responsibility. People are direct but kind. Community matters more than convenience. English is widely spoken, which makes daily interactions easy. Food in Batanes is simple and filling. Meals are built around vegetables, root crops, fish, and rice. There is little waste and little excess. Eating is part of routine, not entertainment. A typical local meal often costs between $4 and $6. Dining options are limited but consistent. Daily expenses in Batanes are slightly higher than many rural areas. On a weekly basis, many long-stay visitors spend between $300 and $400. Monthly living costs for a modest, comfortable lifestyle often range from $1,200 to $1,500. Groceries are basic but reliable. Local markets focus on necessities, not variety. A week of simple groceries often stays under $25. Most visitors stay in homestays or small inns. Prices typically range from $20 to $40 per night. Comfort comes from cleanliness and quiet, not luxury. Luxury in Batanes looks different. It means safety, space, and silence. Batanes suits people who value structure, routine, and calm. It is not ideal for those who need constant activity. For digital nomads, internet exists, but work here requires flexibility. For retirees, life feels predictable and secure. Batanes is widely considered one of the safest places in the country. Transport is simple, slow, and reliable. Many people think Batanes is boring. What they often mean is that it is quiet, Life here reduces daily decisions, days follow patterns, stress stays low, mental space opens naturally. Batanes is not a place for everyone, but for the right person, it offers stability, clarity, and calm. That can be enough. In the next episode, we continue exploring places built around balance.
Bukidnon is not a place people rush through. Most who arrive notice the air first. Cooler, quieter, and less crowded. It feels different from coastal life. This is Bukidnon, Philippines. Bukidnon is a landlocked province located in northern Mindanao. It sits at a higher elevation, surrounded by farmland and mountains. Daily life here centers on towns, agriculture, and local routines. The pace feels steady and grounded. Bukidnon developed around farming and trade. Crops like corn, rice, and vegetables support local livelihoods. Indigenous communities also play an important role in the province's identity. That connection to land still defines daily life. Most mornings in Bukidnon begin early. Markets open before sunrise, and farmers bring produce into town. Malaybalay City serves as a central hub. Outside town centers, life feels open and quiet. Movement is purposeful, not rushed. Days follow familiar patterns. People in Bukidnon are generally reserved but warm. Community relationships are important. Conversations are respectful and unhurried. English is widely spoken, alongside local languages. Food in Bukidnon reflects its agricultural base. Meals often include vegetables, rice, meat, and local produce. Home-cooked food is common. Eating out happens at small practical eateries. A typical local meal often costs between $3 and $5. Food remains affordable and filling. Daily living costs in Bukidnon are low. Food, transport, and utilities are manageable. On a weekly basis, many long-stay residents spend between $100 and $200. Monthly living costs for a comfortable, simple lifestyle often range from $700 to $1,100. Groceries are locally sourced. Markets offer fresh produce at low prices. A week of basic groceries often stays under $20. Bukidnon offers modest accommodation options. Guest houses and small rentals are common in town centers. Long-stay housing is easier to find outside commercial areas. Luxury in Bukidnon is subtle. It often means cooler weather, quiet surroundings, and space. Bukidnon works well for people who enjoy routine and open space. It suits families, long-stay visitors, and those seeking a slower pace. It may feel isolated for those who prefer coastal or city life. For digital workers, internet is available in main towns, though speeds vary. For retirees, the cooler climate and lower stress are appealing. Bukidnon generally feels safe and calm. Transport is simple, with buses, jeeps, and motorbikes commonly used. Many people think Bukidnon is remote. What they often mean is that it is quiet. Life in Bukidnon reduces daily pressure. Days feel predictable. Expectations remain low. Mental space increases as routines settle. Bukidnon is not dramatic, but for the right person, it offers stability, space, and calm. That quiet consistency is why people stay. In the next episode, we continue exploring everyday life in the Philippines.
Dumaguete is often described as an easy city, not because it is small, but because daily life feels manageable. Many people arrive planning a short stay. Some begin to imagine what it would feel like to live here. This is Dumaguete City, Philippines. Dumaguete City is located along the coast of Negros Oriental in the central Visayas. It functions as a regional center without feeling overwhelming. Most daily needs are close together. Life here feels walkable and familiar. Dumaguete developed as an educational hub. Universities and schools shaped the city's identity. This created a population that values routine and stability. That influence is still felt today. Most mornings in Dumaguete start quietly. People walk along the boulevard, exercise, or stop for coffee. Public markets open early, serving daily shoppers. Neighborhood streets stay calm throughout the day. Errands are simple and rarely rushed. Daily life follows a steady rhythm. People in Dumaguete are polite and relaxed. Conversations feel friendly, but not intrusive. English is widely spoken, making daily interaction easy. The city feels welcoming without being overwhelming. Food in Dumaguete is practical and familiar. Local meals often include rice, vegetables, fish, and simple dishes. Small eateries and cafes are part of everyday life. Eating out is common and affordable. A typical local meal often costs between $3 and $5. Even casual dining fits comfortably into daily routines. Daily living costs in Dumaguete are moderate. Food, transport, and utilities remain manageable. On a weekly basis, many long-stay residents spend between $200 and $300. Monthly living costs for a comfortable lifestyle often range from $900 to $1,300. Grocery shopping is straightforward. Public markets offer fresh produce at low cost. A week of basic groceries often stays under $20. Dumaguete offers many housing options. Apartments, guest houses, and small condos are widely available. Long-stay rentals are common near the city center and surrounding neighborhoods. Luxury in Dumaguete is understated. It usually means location, comfort, and quiet, not excess. Dumaguete works well for people who value ease and routine. It suits long-stay visitors, retirees, and remote workers. It may feel too quiet for those seeking nightlife or fast-paced city life. For digital workers, internet is generally reliable in most parts of the city. For retirees, the walkability and calm pace reduce daily stress. Dumaguete generally feels safe and relaxed. Many people walk, bike, or use tricycles for daily transport. Some people think Dumaguete is boring. What they often mean is that it is predictable. Life in Dumaguete simplifies daily decisions. Days feel balanced. Expectations stay reasonable. Mental space grows as routines become familiar. Dumaguete is not a place of extremes. But for the right person, it offers comfort, clarity, and calm. That is why many people choose to stay. In the next episode, we continue exploring everyday life in the Philippines.
Tagaytay is often known as a place to escape the heat. People come here for the breeze, the views, and the calmer rhythm of life. But for some, the question isn't about visiting. It's about what daily life here might actually feel like. This is Tagaytay City, Philippines. Tagaytay is a mountain-ridge city in the province of Cavite, south of Metro Manila. It sits at a higher elevation, overlooking Taal Lake and the surrounding countryside. The climate is cooler than much of the Philippines. Daily life feels relaxed, open, and comfortable. Tagaytay developed slowly over time. Its location made it a natural getaway from nearby cities. As roads improved, people began spending more time here, sometimes weekends, sometimes permanently. That blend of visitors and residents still shapes the city today. Most mornings in Tagaytay begin quietly. People walk, shop, or sit in cafes overlooking the view. Markets open early for fresh produce and daily essentials. Neighborhood streets feel calm and gently active. Life moves at a slower pace than Metro Manila. Daily routines feel lighter. People in Tagaytay are generally relaxed and welcoming. Many residents are long-time locals. Others have moved here from nearby provinces seeking a calmer lifestyle. English is widely understood, making communication easy. Food is a central part of life in Tagaytay. Local dishes, home-style meals, and warm soups are common. Restaurants and cafes are part of everyday routine. Eating here often feels unhurried. A typical local meal often costs between $4 and $7. Budget options exist, especially away from main view areas. Daily living costs in Tagaytay are moderate. Food and transport remain manageable, while housing varies by location. On a weekly basis, many long-stay residents spend between $200 and $350. Monthly living costs for a comfortable lifestyle often range from $1,100 to $1,600. Groceries are a mix of local markets and nearby supermarkets. Fresh vegetables and fruit are widely available. A week of basic groceries often stays under $25 when shopping locally. Tagaytay offers a range of accommodations. Homes, apartments, and guest houses are spread across quiet neighborhoods. Long-stay rentals are common for families and retirees. Luxury here is defined by comfort. Cool air, scenic views, and peaceful surroundings create a sense of ease. Tagaytay works well for people who value calm environments while staying connected to city access. It suits retirees, families, and remote workers. It may feel quiet for those seeking nightlife or fast-paced energy. For digital workers, internet is generally reliable in most neighborhoods. For retirees, the cooler climate and low stress are major advantages. Tagaytay generally feels safe and comfortable. Transport includes private vehicles, jeeps, and tricycles, with major highways nearby. Some people think Tagaytay is only for weekend trips. In reality, many people quietly build everyday lives here. Life in Tagaytay makes space for rest. The cooler air, quiet neighborhoods and slower routines reduce daily pressure. Mental space grows as life becomes simpler. Tagaytay is not dramatic, but for the right person it offers comfort, clarity, and peace. That is why many people stay longer than planned. In the next episode, we continue exploring everyday life in the Philippines. Cagayan de Oro is known as the City of Golden Friendship. It's a name that comes from the way people interact here, calm, open, and approachable. Many people visit briefly, often on the way to other parts of Mindanao. But some begin to imagine what daily life here might actually feel like. This is Cagayan de Oro City, Philippines. Cagayan de Oro is a coastal city in northern Mindanao. It serves as a regional center for commerce, education, and transport. The city feels organized, functional, and easy to navigate. Daily routines feel manageable and calm. The city developed through trade and river access. Its location helped connect nearby provinces and surrounding communities. Over time, it became a practical urban center, not just a destination. That sense of purpose still shapes everyday life. Most mornings in Cagayan de Oro begin gently. Markets open early, streets grow slowly busier, and daily routines unfold. Neighborhoods feel local and community-based. The city center is active but rarely overwhelming. Movement is steady rather than rushed. People here are known for being friendly. Conversations are relaxed and often begin with a smile. English is widely spoken, which makes daily life easier for newcomers. Social life feels open and welcoming. Food in Cagayan de Oro is practical and varied. Local eateries, bakeries, and small restaurants are part of everyday routine. Meals often include rice, vegetables, chicken, fish, and local dishes. Eating out remains affordable. A typical local meal often costs between $3 and $5. Budget dining options are widely available. Daily living costs in Cagayan de Oro are moderate. Food, transport, and utilities remain accessible. On a weekly basis, many long-stay residents spend between $200 and $300. Monthly living costs for a comfortable lifestyle often range from $900 to $1,300. Groceries are easy to source. Public markets and supermarkets offer everything needed for daily life. A week of basic groceries often stays under $20 to $25. Housing options include apartments, condos, and family homes. Long-stay rentals are available across different neighborhoods. Comfort varies by location and budget. Luxury in Cagayan de Oro is modest. It usually means convenience, comfort, and reliable services, not extravagance. This city works well for people who want structure without pressure. It suits families, long-stay visitors, and remote workers. It may feel quiet for those who want intense nightlife or fast-paced living. For digital workers, internet is generally reliable in most neighborhoods. For retirees, the balance of cost and comfort reduces daily stress. Cagayan de Oro generally feels safe and relaxed. Transport includes taxis, jeeps, buses, and motorbikes. Some people think Mindanao means constant danger. In reality, daily life in this city is routine, calm, and community-oriented. Life here supports steady routines. Schedules feel manageable. Expectations stay reasonable. Mental space grows when life becomes predictable and calm. Cagayan de Oro is not loud or dramatic, but for the right person, it offers friendliness, comfort, and ease. That is why many people stay longer than planned. In the next episode, we continue exploring everyday life in the Philippines. Puerto Princesa is often called the gateway to Palawan. Many visitors land here before traveling onward to other parts of the island, but some begin to wonder what daily life here actually feels like. Not as a quick stop, but as a place to stay. This is Puerto Princesa City, Philippines. Puerto Princesa is the capital city of Palawan. It sits along the western coastline, surrounded by forest, water, and open land. The city feels spacious, green, and relaxed. Daily routines unfold without hurry. Puerto Princesa grew as an administrative and trading center. Fishing, government services, and small businesses shaped its development. Tourism arrived later, but daily life still belongs to residents. The city keeps a quiet, local identity. Most mornings in Puerto Princesa begin softly. Shops open gradually, markets begin to fill, and streets stay calm. Neighborhoods feel open, with trees and space between homes. Traffic exists, but rarely overwhelms. Life feels measured and steady. People in Puerto Princesa are known for being kind and relaxed. Conversations are friendly but not intrusive. English is widely spoken, making daily communication simple. The atmosphere feels welcoming, without pressure. Food here is simple, fresh and consistent. Meals often include rice, grilled fish, vegetables, and everyday local dishes. Small eateries and cafes are part of normal routine. Dining rarely feels rushed. A typical local meal often costs between $3 and $6. Daily living costs in Puerto Princesa are moderate. Food, transport, and services remain affordable. On a weekly basis, many long-stay residents spend between $200 and $300. Monthly living costs for a comfortable lifestyle often range from $1,000 to $1,400. Grocery shopping is a mix of markets and supermarkets. Fresh fish and produce are easy to find. A week of basic groceries often stays under $20 to $25. Housing options include guest houses, apartments, and family homes. Long-stay rentals are available across quieter neighborhoods. Comfort varies with price and location. Luxury here means space, green surroundings, and peace. Modern amenities exist, but nature remains close. Puerto Princesa works well for people who value calm environments with access to services. It suits retirees, remote workers, and long-stay visitors. It may feel slow for those who want constant nightlife or shopping. For digital workers, internet is available and improving in main areas. For retirees, the slower rhythm supports low-stress living. Puerto Princesa generally feels safe and relaxed. Transport includes tricycles, jeeps, and private vehicles. Some people think Puerto Princesa is only a stopover. In reality, thousands of people live calm, steady lives here every day. Life here encourages breathing room. Schedules slow down, expectations soften, mental space increases as routines become steady. Puerto Princesa is not loud or crowded, but for the right person, it offers balance, nature, and peace. That is why some people quietly choose to stay. In the next episode, we continue exploring everyday life in the Philippines.
Cabancalan City is not a tourist destination. It is a place where people live everyday lives, quietly, steadily, and with routine. Some visitors pass through briefly, but others begin to imagine what life here might actually feel like. This is Cabancalan City, Philippines. Cabancalan is an inland city in Negros Occidental, in the western Visayas. It sits between farmland, small communities, and rolling countryside. Daily life here revolves around local business, markets, and neighborhoods. The pace feels calm and grounded. Cabancalan developed as an agricultural center. Sugarcane, farming, and trade shaped the local economy. Families have lived here for generations. That sense of continuity still defines the city today. Most mornings begin early in Cabancalan. The public market opens, vendors set up, and people shop for daily needs. Town streets grow quietly busier. Neighborhoods remain peaceful and familiar. Daily routines unfold without hurry. People in Cabancalan are reserved but welcoming. Conversations are polite and friendly. English is widely spoken, alongside local languages. Community connections matter here. Food in Cabancalan is simple and home-style. Meals often include rice, vegetables, fish, or meat dishes. Eating out usually means small eateries and carinderias. Dining feels casual and familiar. A typical local meal often costs between $2 and $5. Food remains affordable for most budgets. Daily living costs in Cabancalan are low to moderate. Food, transport, and housing remain accessible. On a weekly basis, many long-stay residents spend between $100 and $250. Monthly living costs for a comfortable lifestyle often range from $700 to $1,100. Most groceries come from local markets. Fresh produce and staples are widely available. A week of basic groceries often stays under $20. Housing options include apartments, boarding houses, and family homes. Long-stay rentals are easier to find through local connections. Comfort varies by location and price. Luxury here is simple. It means space, quiet streets, and a slower rhythm of life. Cabancalan works well for people who value routine and community. It suits families, long-stay visitors, and retirees who prefer quiet surroundings. It may feel limited for those who want big city activity. For digital workers, internet is available, but speeds may vary. For retirees, the low cost of living reduces daily pressure. Cabancalan generally feels safe and familiar. Transport includes tricycles, jeeps, and private vehicles. Some people think smaller cities mean fewer opportunities. In reality, life here is stable, predictable, and community-focused. Life in Cabancalan removes many daily stresses. Schedules feel manageable. Expectations stay simple. Mental space grows when life is steady. Kabankalan City is not dramatic, but for the right person, it offers stability, affordability, and calm. That quiet consistency is why some people choose to stay. In the next episode, we continue exploring everyday life in the Philippines.
Coron is known around the world for its islands and clear blue water. But behind the postcards, there is a real town where people live everyday lives. Shops open, families cook meals, and neighbors greet one another. Some visitors begin to wonder what life here might actually feel like. This is Coron, Philippines. Coron is a town in northern Palawan, surrounded by hills, water, and small islands. It feels separate from busy cities, but still connected to the outside world. Daily life moves slowly, shaped by weather, boats, and routine. The town feels compact and community-centered. Coron's history is tied to fishing, migration, and later, tourism. Families settled here for access to the sea and natural resources. Tourism grew gradually, but local life continued alongside it. That blend still shapes Coron today. Most mornings in Coron begin early. The market becomes active, fishermen return from the water, stores begin to open. Town streets fill with motorcycles, tricycles, and people walking. Outside the center, neighborhoods stay calm and familiar. Life unfolds at a gentle pace. People in Coron are generally warm and welcoming. Conversations feel relaxed, with smiles and simple greetings. English is widely understood, which makes interaction easy for visitors. Community ties remain strong. Food in Coron is simple and fresh. Meals often include rice, fish, soups, and everyday local dishes. Small eateries and carinderias serve most daily meals. Dining feels casual and unhurried. A typical local meal often costs between $3 and $6. Prices may rise slightly in tourist zones, but local food remains affordable. Daily living costs in Coron are moderate for the Philippines. Food and utilities are affordable, while housing can vary by demand and season. On a weekly basis, many long-stay residents spend between $200 and $350. Monthly living costs for a comfortable lifestyle often range from $1,000 to $1,500. Groceries come mostly from local markets. Fresh fish and vegetables are part of daily shopping routines. A week of basic groceries often stays under $20 to $30. Housing options range from guest houses to small apartments and homes. Long-stay rentals are often arranged through local contacts. Comfort depends on location and budget. Luxury in Coron usually means quiet surroundings, ocean views, and access to nature. It is peaceful rather than extravagant. Coron works well for people who value quiet communities and island life. It suits remote workers, retirees, and long-stay visitors seeking calm environments. It may feel limited for those who want big city options or nightlife. For digital workers, internet access is improving but may vary by area. For retirees, the slower rhythm can reduce daily stress. Coron generally feels safe and relaxed. Transport includes tricycles, boats, and motorbikes. Some people think Coron is only about island tours. In reality, thousands of people live regular, steady lives here every day. Life here encourages stillness. Schedules slow down, expectations soften. Mental space grows as days become simple and predictable. Coron is not loud or fast-paced, but for the right person, it offers calm, nature, and peace. That is why some people quietly choose to stay longer. In the next episode, we continue exploring everyday life in the Philippines.
Mindoro is one of the largest islands in the Philippines. It sits quietly across the water from Luzon, shaped by fishing, farming, and everyday island life. Many people visit briefly or pass through on their way elsewhere. But some begin to wonder what daily life here might actually feel like. This is Mindoro, Philippines. Mindoro is divided into two provinces: Oriental Mindoro in the east and Occidental Mindoro in the west. Towns and cities are spaced apart, surrounded by coastline, farmland, and mountain ranges. Life moves at a slower rhythm than major cities. Daily routines feel calm and grounded. Mindoro's history is shaped by trade, agriculture, and maritime life. Fishing communities, rice fields, and markets form the base of the island's economy. Indigenous cultures remain an important part of the island's identity. That connection to land and sea still influences life today. Most mornings in Mindoro begin early. Fishermen return from the sea. Markets begin to open. Neighborhoods slowly come alive. Calapan City and San Jose serve as main town centers. Outside the towns, life becomes quieter and more open. Daily routines revolve around family, work, and community. People in Mindoro are generally warm and welcoming. Conversations feel relaxed and genuine. English is widely understood, which helps newcomers adapt. Life here values simplicity and respect. Food in Mindoro is often fresh and local. Meals commonly include rice, fish, vegetables, and home-style dishes. Small eateries, cafes, and carinderias serve daily meals. Dining rarely feels rushed or formal. A typical local meal often costs between $2 and $5. Food remains affordable across most parts of the island. Daily living costs in Mindoro are low to moderate. Food, transport, and utilities remain manageable. On a weekly basis, many long-stay residents spend between $150 and $250. Monthly living costs for a comfortable lifestyle often range from $800 to $1,200. Groceries come from markets and small shops. Fresh fish, vegetables, and fruit are common daily purchases. A week of basic groceries often stays under $20. Housing ranges from simple homes to modest rentals. Apartments and guest houses exist in larger towns. Long-stay rentals are often found through local connections. Luxury in Mindoro is quiet. It means open space, fresh air, and calm surroundings, not excess. Mindoro works well for people who value nature, community, and routine. It suits retirees, remote workers, and long-stay visitors seeking quieter environments. It may feel limited for those who want big city energy. For digital workers, internet access varies by location. In main towns, service is usually stable enough for daily tasks. Mindoro generally feels safe and calm. Transport includes tricycles, buses, boats, and private vehicles. Some assume island life means isolation. In reality, daily life here is community-based and well-connected to nearby regions. Life in Mindoro encourages slowing down. Days become predictable, expectations soften, mental space grows as routines become steady. Mindoro is not fast-paced or loud, but for the right person, it offers space, simplicity, and peace. That is why some people quietly choose to stay. In the next episode, we continue exploring everyday life in the Philippines.
Masim is a quiet coastal municipality in southern Mindanao. Here, the sea, the mountains, and daily life meet in simple ways. Some people pass through briefly, but others begin to wonder what life here might actually feel like. This is Masim, Philippines. Masim is located in Sarangani Province, west of General Santos City. The town is surrounded by coastline, farmland, and rolling hills. Daily life is shaped by fishing, farming, and family routines. The pace remains calm and steady. Masim has long been home to coastal and farming communities. Generations have lived here, working the land and sea. Over time, the town grew quietly, without losing its rural character. That simplicity still defines daily life. Most mornings in Masim begin early. The market becomes active, people shop for daily needs, and the coastline begins to move with boats returning. Town streets slowly come alive, but never feel crowded. Outside the center, neighborhoods remain peaceful and open. life unfolds gently, one routine at a time. People in Masim are friendly and sincere. Conversations are polite, warm, and unhurried. English is widely understood alongside local languages. Respect and community values are important. Food in Masim is simple and fresh. Meals often include rice, fish, vegetables, and home-cooked dishes. Small eateries and carinderias serve everyday meals. Dining feels casual and familiar. A typical local meal often costs between $2 and $5. Food remains affordable for most households. Daily living costs in Masim are low compared to major cities. Food, transport, and basic needs remain accessible. On a weekly basis, many residents spend between $100 and $250. Monthly living costs for a comfortable, simple lifestyle often range from $700 to $1,100. Groceries are purchased mostly from local markets. Fresh fish, vegetables, and fruit are common daily purchases. A week of basic groceries often stays under $20. Accommodation includes homes, small rentals, and inns. Long-stay rentals are often arranged through local connections. Comfort levels vary by area and budget. Luxury here is quiet. It means open space, ocean breeze, and peaceful surroundings, not excess. Masim works well for people who value calm, routine, and community. It suits families, retirees, and long-stay visitors seeking quiet environments. It may feel limited for those who want nightlife or big city services. For digital workers, internet is available, but speeds vary by location. For retirees, the slower pace reduces daily stress. Masim generally feels safe and peaceful. Transport includes tricycles, motorbikes, and private vehicles. Some people think small towns mean limited lives. In reality, life here is stable, predictable, and community-based. Life in Masim encourages stillness. Schedules slow down, expectations soften. Mental space grows as routines become simple. Masim is not loud or crowded, but for the right person, it offers peace, respect, and calm daily living. That is why some people quietly choose to stay. In the next episode, we continue exploring everyday life in the Philippines.
Glan is a quiet coastal town in southern Mindanao. It's a place where the sea, the mountains, and daily life blend together naturally. Some people arrive as visitors, but others begin to imagine what life here might actually feel like. This is Glan, Philippines. Glan is located in Sarangani province near the southern edge of Mindanao. The town is surrounded by coastline, farmland, and small neighborhoods. Daily life is shaped by fishing, local trade, and simple routines. The pace feels calm and steady. Glan has a long history of farming, fishing, and early settlement communities. Families here often stay for generations. That sense of continuity creates strong local identity. Community connections still shape daily life. Most mornings in Glan begin early. The market becomes active. Fishermen return from the sea. Shops open gradually. Town streets grow slowly busier, but never rushed. Outside the center, neighborhoods remain quiet and familiar. Life unfolds one routine at a time. People in Glan are generally friendly and welcoming. Conversations feel relaxed and sincere. English is widely understood. Alongside local languages, respect and community values are important. Food in Glan is simple and fresh. Meals often include fish, rice, vegetables, and home-style dishes. Small eateries and carinderias serve everyday meals. Dining feels casual and familiar. A typical local meal often costs between $2 and $5. Food remains affordable for most budgets. Daily living costs in Glan are low compared to major cities. Food, transport, and housing remain accessible. On a weekly basis, many residents spend between $100 and $250. Monthly living costs for a comfortable, simple lifestyle often range from $700 to $1,100. Groceries are mostly purchased in markets. Fresh fish and vegetables are part of daily shopping. A week of basic groceries often stays under $20. Accommodation in Glan includes small inns, homes, and local rentals. Long-stay options are often arranged through personal connections. Comfort levels vary with budget and location. Luxury here is quiet. It means ocean breeze, open space, and peace, rather than excess. Glan works well for people who value calm, community, and routine. It suits retirees, remote workers, and families seeking quieter surroundings. It may feel limited for those who want nightlife or big city variety. For digital workers, internet access is available, but may vary by area. For retirees, the slower pace supports relaxed daily living. Glan generally feels safe and peaceful. Transport includes tricycles, motorbikes, and private vehicles. Some people think small towns lack opportunity. In reality, life here is built on stability, family, and simple routines. Life in Glan removes many daily pressures. Schedules slow down, expectations soften, mental space grows when life becomes simple. Glan is not loud or crowded, but for the right person, it offers peace, community, and calm. That is why some people quietly choose to stay. In the next episode, we continue exploring everyday life in the Philippines.
Palimbang is a quiet coastal municipality in Sultan Kudarat, Mindanao. Here, life is shaped by the sea, faith, and community. Few tourists pass through. Most people here are residents, living steady daily lives. Some visitors begin to wonder what life here might actually feel like. This is Palimbang, Philippines. Palimbang sits along the southern coastline of Mindanao. The town is surrounded by fishing villages, farmland, and open countryside. Daily life is shaped by family routines and local trade. The pace remains slow and grounded. Palimbang developed from early coastal communities centered on fishing and agriculture. Tradition and faith have always played an important role here. Families often remain for generations. That continuity still defines life today. Most mornings begin early in Palimbang. Fishermen return from the sea. Markets open gradually. People move through their routines. Town streets grow gently busier, but never crowded. Outside the center, villages stay peaceful and familiar. Life unfolds quietly, one task at a time. People in Palimbang are generally kind, respectful, and community-focused. Conversations are polite and modest. Faith and family guide much of daily life. Visitors who show respect are usually welcomed warmly. Food in Palimbang is simple and fresh. Meals often include rice, fish, vegetables, and home-cooked dishes. Small eateries and carinderias serve daily meals. Dining feels calm and familiar. A typical local meal often costs between $2 and $5. Food remains affordable for most households. Daily living costs in Palimbang are low compared to major cities. Food, transport, and basic needs remain accessible. On a weekly basis, many residents spend between $100 and $250. Monthly living costs for a comfortable, simple lifestyle often range from $700 to $1,100. Groceries are purchased mostly in local markets. Fresh fish, vegetables, and fruit are common daily items. A week of basic groceries often stays under $20. Accommodation includes homes, small lodgings, and local rentals. Long-stay options are usually arranged through personal connections. Housing remains simple and modest. Luxury here is not material. It means ocean breeze, quiet surroundings, and space to breathe. Palimbang works well for people who value peace, community, and slow living. It suits families, retirees, and long-stay visitors seeking quiet environments. It may feel limited for those who want city services or nightlife. For digital workers, internet access varies by area and may be limited in speed. For retirees, the slower pace can reduce daily stress. Palimbang is peaceful, but it is also remote. Travel times to large hospitals, airports, and major shopping areas can be long. Internet and mobile signal strength may not always be consistent. Public transport schedules can be limited. Weather, road conditions, and seasonal changes sometimes affect daily routines. Life here is calm, but it requires patience, flexibility, and realistic expectations. Palimbang generally feels community-based and calm. Most people travel by tricycle, motorbike, or private vehicle. Some people think quiet towns mean nothing happens here. In reality, life is steady, family-centered, and full of small daily routines. Life in Palimbang encourages stillness. Schedules slow down, expectations soften, mental space grows as life becomes simple and predictable. Palimbang is not loud or crowded, but for the right person, it offers peace, tradition, and calm daily living. That is why some people quietly choose to stay. In the next episode, we continue exploring everyday life in the Philippines.